Yep, it's going to be one of those kind of nights. We're going to celebrate a little bit. That's good. Alright, so it is Monday night. I have just returned from our local sandblaster, and I could not be happier. Let me tell you, I got the deal of the century, I think, on this stuff. So, let me show you. Here's what I got. Here's the frame. It's back. And it turned out pretty damn nice. Lower control arm shafts, springs, upper and lower control arms, upper control arm shaft. There's the other side. I don't know if it's in the right order. Doesn't matter. 2 leaf springs. 2 valve covers and an air cleaner. 2 spring perch shock mount things. 2 shackles. Downside is I'm missing a piece. I'm going to have to call him back tomorrow and see if he can find those for me. I'm missing that plate. Missing this plate for the other side. It's not a huge deal. These are relatively cheap to replace, but I shouldn't have to replace it. I had one. So yippee-ki-yay. All of this done in less than a week turnaround time. $100 cash. I don't care where you're from. That's the deal. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than I could have gotten it. I'm really glad I had it blasted. As you guys know, there was some questionable spots to start with. Well, now I know what I really got to work with. That's not such a big deal. I'll just shape that to make it look like something, or maybe I'll lay a patch on it. I don't know. It's a little punky right there. Not terrible, but I should do something with it. We knew it was going to be bad there. I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. I haven't decided what I'm doing with that yet. Look, going back on the rest of the rail, everything looks pretty good. A little bit of a spot here. I'm not going to get real carried away with any of that, actually. I'll probably put a little patch there. I mean, they didn't get it super awesome. Like, I mean, it's not like the best blasting job I've ever seen. But, a little coke there, lead or something. But for what I paid, guys, I'm not going to complain one bit. There's mosquitoes everywhere in here tonight because I had the door open. Holy man. This is another spot. I mean, it's still pretty good, but all these dark spots are probably going to be holes. So, on this side. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to really do there yet. Same shit there. This little scale up there. Sorry, mosquito. But other than that, everything up front looks awesome. I got a little bit of straightening to do there. I got some holes to weld up there. Might just make might just make an angle patch there. I don't know, but otherwise, I'm pretty freaking happy with this. I mean, there's still some crud here and there I gotta touch up, but I would have that same problem if I had done it here. I'd be, oh dude, I gotta do it again, and do it again, and do it again. But this guy is, I'm happy with this. My next approach, I guess, is gonna be, since it's in here and it's dry, I'm not in a huge hurry to get it epoxied. But I probably will, I don't know, if I'm going to do all these small parts in a batch. But I've got a control arm here that needs a little bit of attention. Nothing serious, needs a little bit of repair there. It was still the best one that I had. Sorry, not a mosquito. A little weird issue there, but I'm not even really be concerned about that. Um, so my next step, I do believe, is going to be, this will probably be in a week or so, is to touch up on this a little bit here and there where it needs it, figure out what I need to do for patching, if any. Man, mosquitoes are crazy. Went all summer almost without any mosquitoes, and now they're back. There's one. Say hello, mosquito. So I'll probably do all the patching first and get it all patched. Oh, I have a mount. I should have sent that along to have it blasted, but I'll wire wheel it and it'll be fine. I gotta weld that on. Take a drink. Did a really nice job. I mean, they got in here nice. You can see that or not. Did a really good job. Probably better than I would have done even. Get the patching done, get the bracket added. I'll coat this side with epoxy, let it dry, flip it, paint the other side, assemble it, and then probably give it all one more coat just to get it uniform and cover tool marks and such. And I'll paint everything at once. The springs, I was thinking maybe I'd just paint them a natural color like that just for a little extra flair. I don't know. Excuse me, maybe not. I don't really know for sure yet, but I'm just super excited to get it back. The leaf springs cleaned up much better. They actually seem lighter than they were before. One band did fall off, but I'm not so sure that I can't just use a hose clamp on that or something. I don't know. So yeah, differentials are laying over there. Took the axle shafts out of that 241 open because I couldn't get the lug nuts off, so I'll have to cut them off. That's why that's standing there like that. That rear end is pretty much junk, that 241. Just is. I'm not going to bother with it. There's parts missing, there's parts broken. If the other differential that I have is a 308 posi, I will probably use that. I don't know. That's not really, that's all back burner now. Engine is back burner. Oh, I did, however, get some, what I get? I got a left side alternator bracket today that I bought off of eBay for $14 with shipping. It's supposed to be a left side low alternator mount. Now, I believe, I don't know if you can see this or not. I think there's some spacers that bring it out. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to have a different pulley set up. Because even if I'm out at the front of the balancer, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to mess with that a little bit. But I'm not ready for it. But I seen it on there for 14 bucks on sale, and I thought, you know what? I'm grabbing that bad boy. Because even if I don't use it, it's a risk worth taking for $14. And I got some spring perches, which I'm going to need for whichever differential I end up using other than a stock one. These may not work, or I may need to come up with a different mount. So I think, oh, maybe they go like that. No, they must go like that. See, that's not gonna work, right? Shit. It'd work like that. That'd be good like that, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I gotta figure that out later. Not a big deal. But anyways, I got those. Those were cheap. They were like $9 for a pair. Whatever. But yeah, real happy with that. I'm anxious to start reassembling, but that will be realistically several weeks away. So I have probably a good week's worth of patching here and there as I decide to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I don't want to cut it out. I don't want to cut that out. But it needs to be addressed somehow. I don't want to just leave it. I was thinking maybe making a patch to fit right up to there, and then recut that hole out. If I'm guessing that must be important that it's there, but the other side doesn't need it, but I would do it anyways. Actually, I'd probably go up this far because that side's got a weak spot here. So if I did a strip right there on both sides, welded up, really pretty looking, probably be alright. A couple pinholes maybe here, but I don't know if I'm going to worry about that. I'm actually thinking about, I mean, I know this frame is still plenty strong. I mean, there's worse rotten shit than this driving around out there right now, and they're fine. I'm thinking about, because of the way it's pitted and textured and whatever, I'm thinking about possibly spraying this with truck bed liner after the patching is done. Anybody do that before? Other than on a Jeep or something? I'm just thinking about that. Maybe would camouflage. Maybe I don't want to camouflage this stuff. Maybe I don't want to hide it. Maybe that's not the right idea. I'm not sure. But if it was not, I guess what's the big deal? It's the bottom of the frame, you know, who cares, right? I don't know. But these I'm going to just clean them up and probably just lay a little patch over the top, and on the inside probably just lay some seam sealer or something in there. Just so it's, sorry, mosquito. Just so it's sealed up again. Those would be easy enough to patch. Won't be a big deal. So I don't know. Any thoughts? You guys ever patch anything like that before? I haven't. You know, none of this stuff is bad enough to warrant getting another frame. Good God, I ain't going through that again. So yeah, it's kind of nice because I can see there's a weak spot there too. But you know, is that a big deal? Probably not. Do I bother patching it? You know, I mean, that'd be, you know, something that I could just throw a little fiberglass in it and be fine. Is it really going to affect its structural integrity? I don't think so. Is that how I would fix a new car? No. But this is a boxed frame. I mean, even with one side completely gone, it's still stronger than most frames out there. Depending on which side. I don't want it to fold up. I don't want to have excessive flex. But that's what I'll have to do. I think I'm just going to make 2 strips. Go here to that seam there, and I'll clean that. I don't know how I missed that. I cleaned them other ones up. Get that all cleaned up. Do a patch on each side, mark my hole, and re-drill the hole. And these I'm going to have to be creative with where these holes are, because I don't want to take these spring perches off. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Maybe just stick a patch up in there and burn it in. I'm going to definitely be testing my welding skills for sure. But I'm real happy with it, guys. It's for, I mean, $100. What the hell do you get for $100 in labor plus the materials? The frame and all the, like the springs, pretty much everything except for the sheet metal parts they did with steel shot, and the other stuff they did with corn or bead, something or other. They're not perfect, but they're stripped and I can take them from there just fine. So yeah, other than missing this one spring plate, which kind of pisses me off, but at the same time, whatever. I might have another one. I gotta check the warehouse, but still, I'll still call them. Maybe it's laying on the floor. Maybe it got swept up. Whatever. It is what it is. For 100 bucks, I'm not gonna really complain a whole lot. Maybe just a little. So yeah, just really wanted to share that with you guys tonight and give you an update here. Man, I'm excited. You know, I mean, some of that little bit of browning, that probably happened since it was blasted. And I don't care. Once this thing is in epoxy, it's never going to do that again. This thing's never going to see probably even rain. It might, but it's definitely never going to see winter. I'll get the inside of the frame all coated. Need to decide whether I'm going to do that before or after I epoxy the frame. Now would be a good time to spray that bitch. I'll check into that, I guess. But definitely excited. It cleaned up really nice. Really excited about that. Look at, you know, even the welds from the factory. Look at that. I mean, that's a factory weld, guys. Not that awesome. You know, you know, factory weld. And it's held for almost, what, 60 years? Yeah, almost 60 years. So I'm not gonna panic. Okay, I'm not gonna panic. That other mount, I just gotta clean that off of there. Find my spot welds, clean them up, whatever, and then just clean that up. I'll blast it in my cabinet. That'll be fine. Burn that on, measure it where it's gotta go compared to the other side. That'll be done. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a patch here. I'll come up with something. I just gotta find some stock, so I'll have to buy some sheet metal.